Okay, so onwards and upwards. We need to keep going. Excuse me. So let's see. I don't like how much of that is lost in shadow. Let's see if we can bring anything back. Okay, so these little stock bits in the centre. I say stock footage, they're not. They're all filmed for, specifically for this project. But all these bits here are now okay. Here, so I'm going to try and even out the jacket here. Okay, well there's no keying that out, so okay. And just that little bit there with the hand. When you do a high-end project, there's a lot of rotoing like this, believe me. I think all I really need to do there is... Okay, right, let's just fix that little mask for the hand. And then we can fix this key, so... So we've got that now, and what we're looking for is color compressor. And we know what we're doing. There we go, and now we've got the jacket, we can zhuzh it up a bit, there we go. So now, gone from that weird red colour to that nice yellow colour, and now we've got a nice variation between the red of the skin and the yellow of the jacket. So the last thing I'm going to do, excuse me, is I'm just going to draw a little bit of a mask down here, and I'm going to smooth out the yellow spill, or the yellow reflection we have from that jacket. There we go. And now we have quite a nice shot, so... And skin is right, the jacket is right, so we can save. And the blue is a decent fit as well. So we can go ahead and we can green flag that one. So we're roughly, well, we're less than halfway there because these shots are going to take a lot of work, but we are getting there. And most of these kind of cutaways were okay-ish in the first pass. They need a bit of a nudge, and then there's just some other things to sort out. So... this one... okay, there's only a very short bit of flicker on that, so I'm not too bothered. And for the yellow-red on there, I'm okay. What I will do is I'll just put a bit of a primary out tidy up on there. I'll bring that... there we go. And I'm going to put a kind of circular vignette around the centre, so it kind of mimics the what we imagine the cone of light emitted from the headlamps would look like. And because it's casting down there, it's going to be more there. There we go, we just have a nicer bit of... bring a bit more out of the blue. Cool, there we go. That I'm completely okay with. I wouldn't fiddle around with that if I didn't have to. Okay, that shadow complicates things. But the face is otherwise okay. Might need a little bit of beauty work. I think all I'd really do on that... let's just compare this to... okay, maybe nudge this down just ever so slightly towards yellow. That's more like it. And then just a little bit of a vignette. I think there's enough contrast on her face already. I think if I add a bit of a vignette on the right hand side, it's just going to tie focus to her. Okay, let's just watch this, clip to clip. Okay. So the quality of light we have in this one's going to be a bit awkward, but we do remember what we did last time. Nah. Also remember that didn't work last time. It's a smaller face here. I'm not going to go crazy. I think I might just do a little bit to clean out the magenta reflection in the lens and maybe the lips. Maybe just take out some of the pink and the magenta in there. Other than that, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it's a bit of an odd bloomy shot, and I think this is one of those things where if we put too much work into it, it's just going to get more and more obvious. But we can put a green flag on these. That I think I'm going to put up a bit more. This, like last time, we're going to make it a little bit more orangey. There we go. Okay, so no face refiner on this one, just going to be a quick loose vignette across the face, slightly more contrast, and we're going to fix that odd pink flash. So let's just... We'll make a first pass at that just by trying to bring down some of the magenta. Right, now let's go in and take a look. In fact, what I probably want to do is and there we go, I think. Let's break that link there. Let's just take a look at it. Okay, I can see a big mask there. That's also flattened out some of the blue on his face. There's a slight reflection in there, but that's okay. Cool. I will green flag that. This is fine. I think what I might just do here is boost the blue ever so slightly, and that's all right. And this one, I think I'm gonna just blur it right out and then add a bit of yellow, and then we get our nice kind of blue-yellow contrast. This one's okay. This is fine, which leads us to this one. So let's just green flag these. And we will watch them all through. Let's just watch it back from here and see what we think. Okay, just the only thing that stood out to me is we lose contrast in this shot. We go from there to there, so let's just bring our shadows down a smidge. Perfect. Let's watch that again. Great. Good. Okay, this is mostly good, but there's one thing I have noticed is that this thing here should be green, so we're just going to punch a hole in our key. Make sure. Huh? Oh no, what's happening? Why have I got keyframe? I can't remember what these keyframes are for. Okay, so this is for the most part actually looking good. That could be a little bit... Okay, cool. Let's just watch this through, make sure it's all okay. Ooh, I think there's a... Yeah, we've got a problem up here. Let's just watch that through a few times, see if we can spot any imperfections. Cool. Okay, that is a little bit magenta to me. Cool. Now, these were broadly okay when we finished. There's no face to refine or anything, so... And I quite like the bright highlights here. Okay, this needs to be bluer and less magenta. That's a bit purple. There we go. Excellent. Okay, that's fine. It's a very quick shot, so it's okay. Right, we're approaching the end. We've just got the problem shots to take care of. Getting very, very close indeed. Okay, this needs to be a bit bluer. It's a little bit cyan at the moment. That could be... Okay, right, we are largely there. We've got this shot to do a bit of face refinement on. Oop, Lightbox, what am I doing? And then we have our yellow flag shots to sort out, and then afterwards we're going to be on our third pass, which is going to be our kind of fine matching and noise reduction, primarily noise reduction. We've done a pretty good matching pass on this already. So, let's get on with this. I'm going to do this, and I need to even out this face a little bit first, because the yellow is going to cause problems. And face refine. Now there should be a fairly easy shot for face refine. Closed eyes freak it out. There's a long list of things that freak out the face refiner, so we won't be using the eye retouch. So we'll do a little bit of a beauty pass here. Just a small one. Let's take a look at the skin mask. Oh, for the love of... Okay, you know what, I'll let it get away with that because we've got the big blue highlight on one side. So... make it ever so slightly brighter. I think saturation's okay. Well, actually, maybe... a little bit of shine removal. Cool. Lip. We could get just so. So forehead. Cheek. And chin. And there we have our nice little 3 zones, nice little bit of colour variation between forehead, cheek and chin. And I might just tweak the blend a little bit. And let's just see what we get out of beauty as well. Okay, cool. I am pretty happy with that. Let's just... we can refine our mask a little bit. Cool. Let's just see if eye retouching does anything. No. No, eye sharpening is completely wrong in this. I have to go back and undo all the eye sharpening I've put on something else. Okay, so there, let's just... okay. Now I can see that with the eyes. Okay, so that's a great last shot. It's perhaps a little bit less... there we go. Okay, excellent. Right, so now we've got our yellow flag shots to take care of, so I'm gonna... Right, let's take... It may be that I can get a separate for the skin and the jacket, which would be helpful. Okay, I've got a pretty good lock on the skin there. Now, if I can key the skin but not the jacket, I must be able to key the jacket and not the skin. So let's take a look. It'll flip the node inside out. Okay, so now we have skin and jacket separately, but the jacket obviously we want and the skin, we might just calm that down a smeg. Just a little bit, there we go. Okay, problems are her legs look a bit jaundiced. Let's see if we can do anything about that. Okay, and we have a problem with the bag coming out as well. I think what we have to do with the bag is a bit of a roto mask and just keep it blue, so... Right, so we'll have to go through and fix that. I got a bit of an artifact on the hand here. Right, this is just going to take a while to fix is all, but once I've got it down, it's an ideal template for the next one. It's annoying, I would like to have that bag be warm, but it ain't going to happen, so... And I might cut these lights out earlier on as well. Excuse me. Okay, I am just going to cut the sound whilst I work on this. It's going to take a while to get right.